Imagine spending 40 years building a nest egg, only to watch it shrink because of a single policy change. Well, that's exactly what some retirees are now worried about, because President Trump just announced a bold new wave of tariffs that could ripple straight through the economy and straight into your retirement account. I'll tell you about Robert, a retired electrical engineer from Phoenix, who moved $678,400 of his IRA into gold just months before the last tariff shock, and why he's saying, "Thank God I did." But first, let's talk about what just happened and why it matters to you. Earlier this week, President Trump confirmed that if re-elected, he plans to impose a 10% universal tariff on all foreign imports and up to 60% on goods from China. Now, depending on who you ask, this is either an economic masterstroke or a ticking time bomb for inflation. Wall Street, they're spooked. Economists from Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan are warning this could reignite the very inflation we've spent the past 2 years trying to control. And who ends up paying the price when prices rise again? You guessed it. Consumers and retirees on fixed incomes. Now let's connect the dots. If tariffs drive up costs for goods, especially essentials like food, energy, and healthcare, it erodes the real value of every dollar you've saved. Even your 401k or IRA becomes vulnerable because inflation quietly eats away at the purchasing power you thought you had locked in. This is where Robert's story comes in. Back in 2018, when Trump first introduced steep tariffs on Chinese steel and aluminum, Robert noticed something. The market wobbled, prices crept up, and his retirement portfolio took a hit. So when inflation started rearing its head again in 2022, Robert decided he wasn't going to wait around. He transferred $678,400 from his traditional IRA into a self-directed gold IRA, backed by real physical precious metals. No paper promises, no Wall Street games, just tangible gold. And today, while the stock market seesaws and inflation remain sticky, Robert's sleeping just fine. Because gold doesn't just sit there, it historically rises when the dollar falls. And in times of trade wars, inflation, and economic uncertainty, gold has been one of the most reliable stores of value for centuries. Now, if you're thinking, isn't it too late for me to protect what I've earned? Let me reassure you, it's not. Many Americans, especially those in retirement or nearing it, are waking up to the reality that traditional investments don't offer the safety they once promised. That's why gold IRAs have surged in popularity. It's not about chasing gains. It's about preserving what you've already built. So here's the takeaway. If tariffs go into effect and inflation follows, your savings could quietly bleed value every month. Or like Robert, you could take a portion of your IRA or 401k and roll it into something that stood the test of every financial storm since ancient Rome. It's not for everyone, but if you're serious about protecting your legacy, now's the time to explore your options. Click the link below to get a free info guide on how gold IRAs work. No pressure, no strings. Just real answers for people who've worked too hard to leave their future to chance. Because retirement should be about peace of mind, not panic.